Good afternoon. All right. I need to show you something. I can only show you from my phone, which is why I'm using free conference call. I wasn't going to discuss this, but I just learned of a driver who has, I don't know how many years, but 15,000 trips, 4 or 5 years, 4.95 rating. Uber just deactivated him, and there's no recourse. That's frightening. If that's all you've been doing for years, 3 years, and Uber can just take you off the platform for no reason, good reason, the truth, and normally it's not. It's a lie. I'm not going to go into the details. I didn't know who it was. I don't follow this person, but I did discover who it was, and my heart goes out to him. I haven't been driving in 30 days, okay? So I know what it's like not to be driving when you're expecting to make your money that day. My reason is totally different, but here's why I'm making this video. I got an email from Uber. I'm going to show you in Gmail what they sent me at 2:51 November the 7th, and today is the 10th. They were waiting for my reply. This came out of the blue. I've not driven since October the 8th. I'll take myself off video. Okay, so hi Anita. We recently received a report from a rider indicating that you were driving a vehicle different than what was listed on their app. For your safety and the safety of your riders, we require that all partners only use vehicles that are actively registered to their account. If you have more than one vehicle that you use for the purpose of providing Uber trips, please remember to double-check which vehicle you are signed into before going online. If you have been driving with an unregistered vehicle, you will need to follow the steps here to add a new vehicle to your account. Please note that using vehicles that are not registered on your account could lead to permanently losing access to Uber. Thank you. And this was sent by somebody named ABHI. You see the time is 7:51 p.m., but it came to me at 2:51. Okay, so I replied, but it's not in my email. So let me switch over here, because this is their response to my reply. So when I go to the app, they're steady talking to me about promotions and things going on, but the crash report was submitted a month ago, October the 8th, so I've not driven. All these little enticements. Yeah, like, okay. And if you look at my account, it says no vehicle selected. That means I can't drive. There's no car, right? So when I go to help and I review the messages, this is the only way that I can see and show you how I replied. I have not responded. Can they do anything else? Because the answer is no. Uber support, in my opinion, has the worst support on the planet, bar none. And primarily because the first person that responds to you, you never hear from that person again. Every response to your reply is by somebody new. And they're using canned replies, cutting and pasting, copy and pasting, not reading, and certainly not thinking or giving you the answer you're looking for. For instance, here's what I just read to you. They're saying that I was driving a car that didn't match the rider's app. Okay? 3 days ago, this Abi. And I said that rider is mistaken. I have not had occasion to drive Uber since the car wreck on October 8th. I have never driven anyone else's car to pick up any Uber passenger, especially since October 8th. In fact, I've already spoken to a few people about adding me to their insurance so that I could put their car on the Uber platform. That has not happened. I'm not on anyone's insurance and I don't have a car yet, so that report is false. I also find it interesting that this is the first contact I've had from Uber since I reported the accident and the follow-up I initiated later in October. I have yet to hear from an Uber insurance or claims adjuster with regard to the questions I had. That was immediate. And I finished with, and if you bother to check my account, you will see that there is no car registered for my account. So somebody else, not the person that just replied to me, that just sent me the first email, somebody knew. This is how it always works with Uber. When you send an email, when you are sent an email and you respond, the person that sent it to you is not the person that sees it all the way through. That is their first and biggest issue. That is ridiculous. You're getting new eyes to every reply. That's crazy. I've been doing help desk support, customer support for well over 30 years. This is not how you run it. And theirs is by far awful. So here's the reply to my response. We appreciate that you're following up on this, and we thank you for providing your perspective and additional details. This concern was raised when you were driving with Uber on a regular basis. Really now? So well over a month ago plus when? We know that there are always two sides to every story, and we appreciate hearing your side. Please note that this message was not sent as an accusation, rather a notification to simply inform you of the report that was submitted to us and to remind you of our community guidelines. At this time, no further action will be taken with regard to your account status or ability to use the app. Hope this helps. Somebody named PUJA responded. Not ABHI, who sent the email, and I replied to. So my response right away, it would be helpful if reports by riders are sent to the driver at the time of the report. I have been driving Uber for 3 years and never received a message like this one. If any rider reported I was in a car different than what was in their app, that is on Uber and the car rental company. The color of my last car was black, but the photo uploaded by Fare and shown in the app was silver. I made several calls to both Uber and Fare to correct the photo. So while you claim that email was not an accusation, it can only be taken as such when Uber sends messages like that without considering its own mistakes. Somebody with an A, not ABHI, who sent the email. This is the third person involved in this same issue responding. Thanks for following up. Just so you know, this outreach was sent to you isn't an accusation by any means. Okay, if you say so. But instead an opportunity to reach out and remind you of our community guidelines. Did I need to be reminded? No further action will be taken with regard to your account status or ability to use the app. We are sharing this feedback to help you understand why you may have received a low rating. What does that have to do with anything? And to emphasize the importance of remaining respectful and professional to everyone on the road and in the car at all times. Your understanding is greatly appreciated. ANIKETG is who replied. 3 people involved in this. I haven't driven in over 30 days. I'm really kind of flabbergasted. I'm turning myself back on video. Yeah, I'm really kind of flabbergasted that I would be sent such. But then I hear about this gentleman wherever he's driving, years to be falsely accused. And there's no recourse. It's wrong. You just destroyed someone's livelihood. Whoever told the tale. But here's what I really think. That report of whatever it says was the reason they deactivated him, I don't believe it was for him. I believe it belonged to somebody else because, you see, you have too many fingers responding to something. Not one email support ticket in 3+ years has Uber had the same person initiate or reply all the way through. That has never happened. I don't understand. How is that support? How do you have brand new people coming to the middle of a conversation, and all they know to do is copy and paste, or nobody's thinking. There is no thinking going on. There is no resolution. I'm not being critical just to be critical. I believe that man. I think drivers like myself, who've been on the road a long time, 3-4 years, I believe Uber's trying to phase us out any way they can. And I wouldn't have thought that, except I got that email 3 days ago. What are you talking about? If I could have been driving somebody else's car now, you don't think I'd had a car on the platform driving somewhere? Every day I don't drive, there's no money? Come on. But you want to accuse me of doing that? Why? There is nothing else but an accusation there. There was no reason for you to send that. And you base it on what? A rider. Who? Uber takes the word of riders, anonymous to us. I keep saying, y'all are strangers when you get in the car. We don't know you. Your mama's name, your boyfriend's name, somebody's name other than your name is on the app, and we pick you up. We don't know. But you got our picture. You have our car registration, the tag. You have the make and model of the car. And if my car is incorrectly mounted, I'm in a rental car. So who put those documents up there? It wasn't me. I've had 3 cars that was not my own. They were rentals. This last one with Fair, the car was black. I noticed right away this car is silver in the description. How many phone calls did I make? Can y'all correct this? I had riders get in the car tell me the car was okay. So if that was the case, a report from who knows how long ago, at least August, Uber, you didn't acknowledge that y'all made the mistake or Fair made the mistake, but you come at me 30 days after I'm not driving and accuse me. I don't appreciate it. Uber does not treat its drivers fairly. And for you young people, you new people, you just getting started, stay in the game long enough. Well, don't. There's better coming. We can do better. I know how to do better. I'm going to stop right now, but I'm a little hot. I feel for the gentleman that was just recently deactivated. 15,000 plus rides, and somebody lied on him. Or, more likely, because the first reason he was told is not the final reason they gave. And support backs up the fact that he's never been notified about this reason he was let go. So you can call support and talk to somebody, but very nice people, clueless. And whatever you say, you got to follow up with an email anyway. Then you go to support help, where you deal with this person and that person and this person and that. I don't know where any of these people are, but you can tell by the responses you get back when you send them something. They are not paying attention. They are not taught to think. They do not have the answer, and they're not trying to give you what you need to get a resolution. That's just not who they are. They've never been that. You take a value driver off the platform based upon what? And there's no recourse? Surely there was a mistake made. And I know this because you just made one with me. You accused me of something I did not do. Riders out here messing with drivers' livelihoods, not good. My situation, I did that to myself. Never had a car accident like that before. Never damaged a car. But when you lose your livelihood, that's serious, through no fault of your own. And even if that was my fault, I acknowledge that. I still got a ticket to pay. I still got to figure out how I'm going to get another car. Maybe I'm not supposed to be driving. But I feel for that gentleman. I really do. And every driver out here, if you driving what you call full time, you best to have a backup plan. If you've been driving as long as I have, you've been driving as long as he has, you better have a backup plan. I do believe Uber is weeding. Because, see, new people don't know. We all were new and we didn't know. Some of us liked it. Some of us found it very easy. It's fun. It's an adventure every day. But you playing with people's money, Uber. And you allow riders who have no vested interest in anything to dictate whether or not a driver can be on the road. That's foul. It's wrong. Y'all have a good day. Hopefully I'll be back with something a little more positive, but I just want to stand in support of the gentleman who was really deactivated by Uber on a bogus charge. I know it's bogus. I don't know what we as drivers can do except stand in support and say, yeah, Uber is... There's better coming. Y'all don't have to believe it, but why don't we try and make better? I found something. They're a little stalled, but we can do this without Uber and Lyft. Get your own customers, deal in your own neighborhood. Be on an app, make some money, tell other people how they can make some money. I write about it at driversearnmore.com. I need a team of people. We can get this going here and everywhere else. But Uber and Lyft, they can't keep operating like they don't. They keep 50,000 plus drivers that go through every month. That was a stat from 2 years ago. Y'all have a good day. Take care.